Okay, this is my little moped here. It's got a learner symbol because I'm renting it and I haven't done the full like training. CET only gives you learners, but you can drive it as you would on motorways and etc. This one is got this little thing that attaches to it. We can take it on and off, you don't need that. You here see all my keys here. In this little compartment on the left hand side, you got this little piece here. This isn't turn on, but opens up storage, which I'll just keep gloves and first aid kits and stuff in. And then obviously if I sit down on the scooter and I put my key in, you notice that I actually can't move the handles yet. That's because this is turned all the way to the left, which locks it. If I turn it halfway, not to turn it on, I can now move this, so that's a good way to make sure no one steals it, because if you have the keys and it's locked and no one else can use it, even if they just manage to like do whatever with it. Mirrors here, obviously you can adjust it and all that stuff there. This one is what you call a 50cc motorbike, moped even, because it doesn't matter what that means, but 50cc means you can only go up to 30 miles an hour max, maybe 40, but this one's limited to 30. Just because I'm a learner and I'm renting it and stuff. So legal reasons I can only do 30 miles an hour. Most will do 40 if you get lucky, and other ones you can get, or the only other two you can get are 110 and 125cc. That just means how much fuel's in there, so the more cc's the more fuel, but if it's 110 or 125 it will go up to 60 or 70 miles an hour. So obviously that's very very fast, as much as most cars obviously. So if you get one, make sure if you're only riding that in the cities and things, that's 50cc is all you need. If you're going further distances for like 2-3 hours, get a 110 or 125cc. They're a bit more faster and are very much more harder to handle when you ride them, but like it'll be worth it for the time save. On the left you got your lights on off, you got your horn, and you also got your indicators here. Now if I turn it on, not start the engine, just turn the engine on. If I press it left, obviously the indicator comes on, it's indicating left, and to cancel either is to push inward. So it's on right, you push in to cancel. This is a little doodle here, I've got my GPS, I'll attach that later on. On here is the little start, but if I press it, it won't start. Because to start, what about it? Okay. Well, I can't do it, but basically I have to hold down this and also press the start button. Give me a sec. Now it started because I pressed down the brake, the left brake, that brake, and also the starter. The reason is for that, it's partly security, because every bike is different on how the side master press both brakes, I have to press the lights on, and also that's just security, so each bike will be different. So you have to ask the person you buy it off. On the miles here, this is a very relatively new, so 97,000 miles is not that many. It's due for another service in 12,000, so if you get the higher the mileage, over 12,000 basically, it's most likely very old and worn. So be careful when you might see one, look at that and see how old it is, because that's how many miles it would have been done. Fuel up there obviously, and when it starts it'll be empty. When it turns on it'll raise it. It's going down now because only when it's on will it measure the fuel. And that's basically it. To get off, well, obviously it's just, you can just sit down, and here is the bike pad. It's not leaning to one, this is the centerpiece. If I bring the bike forward here with my foot here and push it forward, then it will get off this centerpiece here and we'll be able to ride, because the back wheel is currently off the ground, as you can't see, it's off the ground. And then here obviously is the stand when you're just stopping quickly. This also stops the engine, so if you're stopping all of a sudden and you need to and you put this down, the engine will automatically stop, because it won't run with this on, but it will run with this piece on, so don't get confused. These little nubs here are basically just passenger, like if you're sitting down on the back of it, all the way at the back, then you'll have these little things to rest your feet on. That's what they're for. You've got one on each side obviously. And that's about it really, that's all you need to know. It's just, if you know how to ride a bike, you'll know how to ride one of these. Just balance it, how you move your body will determine where it goes, and obviously it's easier to lean than it is to steer. Actually, one other thing I should mention before anything else. If I start this up again, that's it. You have to really bear in mind that when you use these, if you're in the car, the power when you press the pedal or when you bring the accelerator, it's instant. But on this, if I press it, you probably can't notice it, but it's like half a second behind. So when you use these machines, if you're also not at traffic lights or you need to go very quickly, from the time you pull down on this to get yourself running, obviously that's how you get yourself running, but it'll also happen half a second behind. So it wouldn't be like straight away, it'll be half a second, then you'll throttle up. So don't go all the way down, because that way you wait half a second, nothing will happen, then you get jolted backwards. Make sure that you do it gently, because if you do it too far, you will just fall off the bike. Now, this one's only slow, but it can be quite powerful from 0 to 30. And the only other thing I've mentioned is that when you get one, make sure you check how deep these divots here are, because if they're very, very shallow, that's obviously they've been worn down and you're not going to get much grip. This one, the back tyre is newer because these are deeper, and the front one obviously isn't. So, and that's all anything you need to check. Also in here there is a little, it's where you refuel it. 1 second. In here, this is where you fuel it. You just unscrew this and put fuel in unleaded, most ones, but you have to check. Some have different like fuel gauges, and you probably can't see it, but in here, no, you can't see it, but there's a little indicator on how much oil is, which is how much the brakes use, and that's about it. Good luck.